Hey, how's it going, Ricardo? Thanks for the email, man. Thanks for thinking of me. Let me just give you a disclaimer and say that I am not a mentor, nor do I play one on television. Um, Everything that I see is just kind of what I see, and I'll be happy to call what I see out to you. But I'm not a mentor, so please take with anything I say with a grain of salt. But I'd love to suggest anything if I can. Um, Also, I apologize for the drumming that you may hear in the background. There's some practicing going on, so hopefully that won't hinder this at all. So, looking at your shot.
Tell me something. Do you have any cheese at all? Yes, sir. I'm going to ask you that question once more. And if you say no, I'm going to shoot you through the head. Now, tell me something.
Okay. So your question was, um, when the guy is asking if there's any cheese at all, I, I put him putting his index finger and thumb between his eyes in an upset I can't believe this guy pose. That pose still needs improvement to read better, but I wanted a quick opinion to see if that's a good idea or if you think I should kill that pose anyway and simply go from frame 35 to 55 as the mentor early suggested. Can you take a look? Okay, so 35 to 55. So this pose here to this pose. What's the first pose? Um, Here's what my initial thoughts are about the piece. It does seem busy through there, and maybe getting rid of that pose because it happens so fast. Like if you were gonna do that action, you'd be like, "Is there any cheese?" You answer me this question. Like you would spend some time in that pose, like because you're really frustrated and you're just like trying to massage your brain. It's like, listen, I'm gonna ask you one more time. Do you have any cheese? So it doesn't seem like something you'd be like, I'm gonna ask you this question. You know what I'm saying? So if you're not gonna spend a whole lot of time there, and I mean you don't even if you did it, you'd kind of be like maybe like that, like what's that, like a second. But it doesn't look like you're spending a second. It looks like you're just kind of touching and going away, which is going to make for a confusing action. So if that's the case, then I would say, yeah, get rid of it. Um, let's look at the shot again. Because it just seems kind of busy in there. I mean, I see what you're doing. Um, and also, because he's doing this, he's looking up. See, when I did it, I was like, "Ugh, do you have any cheese?" I was looking down. By looking up and doing that, it's too confusable with this. Like something is stinky, like that stinky cheese. This is kind of like, oh, darn it, say that you have cheese, and this is like, oh, darn it, that cheese stinks. So it's not only, if you were going to do that pose, you would probably want your head down in frustration and clearly have the fingers up by the eyes, and maybe even like having one finger massage the forehead while the other two, or something like that. But you'd be like, oh, do you have any cheese? And it would be down. You'd be already, the body would say frustration. But when your head is back and your fingers are up like this, like, oh, pee, that's disgusting. So um, because he's leaned back like that, I wouldn't do it unless you really spent, it's like something like this here. You see that? Like with my hand, sort of like my hand here, I'm crouching so that you could see me. That's not the pose that I would be suggesting. But, if you were kind of like, oh, so yeah, that's kind of the pose that you want, or that I think that you're thinking of. Whereas this, oh, do you have any cheese? Because it's stinky. You know what I'm saying? Um, it's going to be real hard to get that difference to read right. So I would say get rid of it.
Tell me something. Do you have any cheese at all? Yes, sir. I'm going to ask you that question once more. And if you say no, I'm going to shoot you through the head. Now,
Yeah, that's all
tell me
great
something.
stuff.
Do you?
I mean, it's really good stuff. but I think it would make more sense going from there to there. So yeah, follow your mentor's initial advice.
Yes, sir.
Or I
I'm
would
gonna
if I
ask
were
you
you at
that
least.
question once more.
That's all great
And
stuff.
if you say no,
Wait, what happened to that hand?
I'll ask you that question once more. And if you say no, I'm going to shoot you through the head. Now, tell
It's all good body stuff. The only thing that I don't kind of like is how he's reaching for the gun. It just kind of seems to happen. So you might want to be a little bit more... I mean, I know it's just blocking, but you might want to be a little bit more telegraphical about how you reach for the gun. Because what's happening is, because he's turning around, you don't see this hand. And then all of a sudden it's kind of there. You know, you might want to be something more like... You know what I'm saying? I know this is blocking. Maybe you plan on doing that, but maybe more like if this is my phone and I grab it, you know, you want to be more like... so that the audience sees that you're grabbing something. And then the other thing that kind of bothered me, this is just something you may want to consider just visually. This shoulder right here, you kind of have like a sharp angle for this shoulder, and then it just disappears. And I think that maybe if there's a way that you can... This is kind of an odd pose. Like maybe what you want to do is bring this arm around a little bit more. Maybe there's a way that you can... If you could do something with this arm here, the left arm, because kind of right now all we see is like this elbow, and then this shoulder, and then the hand. And then when he releases tension in the shoulder, this smooths out, and then the hand sort of pops out here. So if you could find maybe a more creative solution for this, to get him into more of a silhouette, or at least this arm, how would you do that? I mean, maybe it could be something like this. How would you... I'm going to shoot you in the face. I'm going to shoot you in the face. I'm going to shoot you in the face. Maybe you could gesture that face. I hate to tell you to over gesture, but maybe if you did something like, I'm going to shoot you in the face. Face. Maybe something like that, you know? I mean, there's kind of a lot of gesturing going on there now, so I'd hate to do that. Maybe you just want to have the hand, you know, sort of swing like that. But right, just visually right now, that shoulder going from sharp to smooth, and the elbow kind of popping in and out, it's a little strange, or at least visually to me, I think it might be a little strange. But great stuff. Good body acting. This is what I'd like to see more people do. Is your poses are really great.
tell me something. Do you have any cheese at all? Yes, sir. I'm going to ask you that question once more.
And your body acting is good. Hold on a sec. Ricardo, sorry about that. I got a phone call. Anyway, good work, and keep at it. Hopefully that helps in some way, and I wish you the best, and I'll come back and take a look at what you got and see how it's coming. All right, man, take care.